Hey guys! Welcome to another episode of Bedtime Stories with me. Today, I'm telling you a story from Langkawi. So, once upon a time, there was this bird, a very smart and beautiful bird, who was caged by his owner, a very rich, wealthy merchant. And this merchant is a very cruel man. The merchant would cage the bird because the bird is very smart, it can discuss ideas, stories, and can even sing. But the bird was very miserable because it was stuck in a very small little cage. And one day, the bird has an idea how he can escape from that tiny cage. So he told the merchant to say that, please go to my family. My family is located in this area of the jungle. Please go towards my family and tell my family that I can't go back to them because I'm in this tiny cage. And I want you to ask them if there are any ideas how I can enjoy spending my time in this little tiny cage pattern with you. So the merchant said, okay, that's the least I can do for having such a special bird. So the merchant went over to that area and spoke to the family of birds and said that, okay, I've captured one of you guys and I like the songs and the stories that you guys have, your bird has been telling me, but I have one message for you, which is if there's any way for your friend to live happily in the cage, what would it be? And after thinking for a while, one by one of the family of birds all just started falling off and look like they are dead. They just fall off from the tree and not move and look like they are dead. So the merchant felt very puzzled and quickly hurried home to his bird. And then later, he went back to his bird and he told the bird, you know what happened? I told your family and I asked them for ideas how you can live happier in this little cage, and they just dropped dead. And upon hearing that news, his own bird dropped dead as well. He just stopped moving and dropped dead. And then as the rich merchant is preparing for the funeral of this little bird, and he took it out from the cage and put it on the table and started preparing for the funeral, and suddenly the bird just flew away. So the moral of the story, my friends, is that this tiny little bird is a very smart creature. So the message that came from the family was just pretend you are dead, and once you are out of the cage and you can escape. So there you go, my friends, a little story about a smart bird. So this is a reflection as I'm spending my day at the beach like this. It's a little reflection on how sometimes we should be smarter in how we strategize things. We may be stuck in a certain situation that we do not like. We may be struggling with certain dilemma that we do not want to be in that struggling situation. But there's always something we can do. And there's no harm asking for help. So like this little bird, he asked for help from his family members and he got the help he needed. So this is also a reflection that if I need help, I should be asking for help from other people. And I should learn to ask creatively as well. Not always we will have the luxury to ask straightforward, right? So we can ask creatively and also implement the ideas that were given. So there you go, my friends, a little story for us today, a lesson from the birds, how we can be creative in asking people for ideas and for help. So see you tomorrow in another episode of Bedtime Stories with me. Bye!